back to the happy hour at vivainportugal.com, and we just saw the video explaining the wonderful BOM SUCESSO resort. And now I'd just like to ask Antonio Silva Pereira here from the BOM SUCESSO resort to explain very briefly why you're involved in vivainportugal.com and what your special offer is for our happy hour.
Well, first of all, in relation to Vivain, as Vivain is a very innovative and very original concept, and we also believe it's a very good one. And as BOM SUCESSO is also innovation and differentiation, the link is very natural. Also, Lucila is a very active person, so she presented it in a very good way, and we thought we both go together very well. Now, in relation to our promotion, what we are offering is a free membership for the golf course until the end of 2010, so roughly 1 year and a half, for a couple, meaning the buying couple, of course. In case the buyer is not a golf player, so will not have interest in this promotion, we will grant him the same amount of money to spend in services within the resort, and there are plenty of services. So.
Great. Now, I should remind viewers that log on now to vivainportugal.com to take advantage of this offer, but it will also be available until midnight on Sunday, so another 72 hours, not quite, to take advantage of it. So hurry, because it'll stop after that. Right, so ladies and gentlemen, I thank you very, very much to Antonio Silva Pereira from BOM SUCESSO Design Resort for coming today to be our first developer on the very first happy hour of vivainportugal.com. And we wish you much success. We hope that you will be returning very often to see us here at vivainportugal.com. So, and now I'd like to talk to our second developer here at the happy hour on vivainportugal.com. And as I said, we're moving from north to south in Portugal. And the second resort we're talking to is La Várzea Polo and Golf Resort. Now, La Várzea is, as I said, in the Ribatejo, near Santo Estevão, which is a beautiful area in the interior of Portugal, just here across the river. We're sitting in the centre of Lisbon, but we can almost see the Ribatejo from here because we're 22 floors up in the middle of Lisbon, overlooking Lisbon on a beautiful sunny summer's day. So in the Ribatejo, we have La Várzea Polo and Golf Resort, and to talk to us about La Várzea Polo and Golf Resort, we have Tiago Galego here on my right. And Tiago and I will now talk very briefly about La Várzea and what makes it unique and special in Portugal. Now, Tiago, before I ask you a few questions about La Várzea, I'd like to explain that La Várzea is unique in Portugal. It's the biggest polo resort in Portugal, and many people don't know this, but the conditions in Portugal, particularly during the winter, are perfect for horses and those interested in equestrian pursuits. Partly because the ground is very good, as you'll hear from Tiago in a second, and partly because the cost of keeping horses in Portugal through the year are lower than in other countries around Europe, which makes Portugal a particular destination for second homeowners and first homeowners who are interested in owning horses and pursuing equestrian sports. But firstly, Tiago, let me ask you, and I'm going to pass you the microphone in a moment, please explain, why did you decide to start Portugal's largest polo resort?
Thank you very much for the invitation. I'm starting to play polo, and it's a passion for me and for my family. But it's not for this I start with this project. I think the business is new. It's a new project. In the future, you need to segmentation the market, and you need to create new products. It's difficult for me because some people don't understand this. But Santo Estevão is near Lisbon. It's very near of Lisbon. The land is fantastic. In some places of the land, when we start with the second phase, you have views from Sintra, Lisbon, Rábida, all these places is a fantastic view. And is the region of Ribatejo is the best ground from the horses, all the equestrian sports. My idea is not only the equestrian sports. My idea is do integration resort for all the activities. Today, the beach is not the principal decision for the buyers. The people today like a lot do activities for your body, and the idea is all the people, when it's married or not married or with a company, can do different sports in the same time. And I want to create in this resort all these activities. The pole is the must, and we have very good condition because in Portugal you can play polo 9 months of the year, and in the north of Europe, in England and other places, you can do this. And in this moment we start with a connection with people from Luxembourg, from France, from England, want to come in the winter to Portugal, stay here with your horses, and can training the horses in the winter, and after go to the big season in the country is coming.
Well, that sounds fascinating, Tiago. It's obvious that you are ahead of the game in terms of segmenting your market and deciding that specialization is the key. So it's clear to me that La Várzea is a resort that offers polo, yes, as its main one of its main sports, but you can also play any other sport you care to play in La Várzea, because you also have 3 big golf resorts nearby, and you have the beautiful beaches of Comporta and Caparica within 30 minutes drive. So it really is a year-round resort. And you're only 35 minutes from Lisbon's International Airport. So that's a big advantage for people thinking of living at La Várzea all year round.
15 minutes for the future airport.
Oh yes, and 15 minutes from the new airport, the new Lisbon airport, indeed. So I think what we'll do now then, Tiago, is we'd like to see the video of La Várzea Polo and Golf Resort, and then we'll come back to you to hear today's special offer in the happy hour.